South Carolina for tonight's match, where the Charleston Battery are getting set to take on FC Cincinnati for the third consecutive home opener of the USL regular season. My name's Poppy Miller. I'll be your host for tonight's game. Alongside me, Charleston Battery midfielder Dante Marini. Dante, we were taking a look at the starting lineups before we came on air. A player that we want to note for the visitors, a very familiar face around here. It's your old teammate, Forrest Lasso.
Yeah, the Battery's going to know Forrest Lasso really well. His first 3 professional seasons were here in Charleston. He's really lauded for his attacking ability on corners and set pieces. He scored 6 goals last year. I think that was the second most for all USL defenders. But he's also a great defender who covers a lot of ground. I'm sure he's going to have a little bit extra in his stomach tonight, a little bit of nerves, a little bit of excitement going against his old team.
We know he can play a huge role in tonight's game. For the home side, though, going head-to-head with Lasso, it's newcomer Ian Svansterson.
Ian's a new signing for the Charleston Battery this year from Tulsa. He's 6'6", so he'll match Forrest for his size. He's really had a fantastic preseason for the Battery. Scored 2 goals in the Challenge Cup versus MLS competition. He's a handful in the box. He moves really well. That's only going to help other guys around him.
It really is going to be a great matchup tonight. Okay, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we'll have a look at tonight's starting lineups presented by Banner and kickoff from MUSC Health Stadium. It's the Charleston Battery taking on FC Cincinnati up next. Welcome back to MUSC Health Stadium. It's the Charleston Battery taking on FC Cincinnati for the very first game of the USL regular season for both sides. Poppy Miller here, joined by Charleston Battery midfielder Dante Marini. And while we have a second, let's take a quick look at tonight's starting lineups presented by Banner. For the orange and blue, Newton gets the starting goal. We mentioned Lasso in the pre-game at centre-back with captain Keenan by his side and the Irishman Richie Ryan in the centre of the park. But will the look of the Irish be on his side tonight? For the home side, though, veteran Additional Cooper gets the nod in goal as he enters his 6th season with the Charleston Battery. Tar Brian Anunga will anchor the middle, and paired up top are Tula Guerra and Ian Svansterson. The man in the middle for tonight's game is Elvis Osmanovic, assisted by Howard Ash and Kevin Roberts, and today's 4th official is James Felucia. The Battery will wear white jerseys, black shorts and white socks going from right to left on your screen, and for the visitors, in the orange and blue stripes, blue shorts and blue socks going from left to right. Well, we are almost at kickoff. Dante, a massive game today. Both teams will want to get the season off to a start with 3 points, and you've been in this position many a times. Can we expect to see some first game nerves out there?
Yeah, before that whistle goes off, you definitely get that extra bit of excitement and nerves. Both teams have been working for close to 2 months now up to this point. They're itching to get the season started. Once the game gets started and you get those first touches on the ball, you ease back into it and you realize you've been doing it your whole life. So I think they're ready to go and should be a good one.
Absolutely, and you just saw Charleston Battery head coach Mike Anhauser on your screen. He joined the Battery as a player in 1994 and has won as a player and as a coach 4 championships after playing 6 seasons as a midfielder. And then just very quickly you saw head coach Alan Koch enter his 2nd season as head coach and of course led the team last year to the US Open Cup semi-finals. We are underway here at MUSC Health Stadium and in the early going. A fantastic strike there. O'Disnell Cooper just struggling to get to that. But what a kickoff that was.
What a start by Cincinnati. Great strike by Lang right off the post.
And that will wake the Charleston Battery up. No pre-game nerves. First game nerves, should we say now, from Cincinnati in the early going. Here they come on the attack again. It's Lang out on the left wing. Quinton Griffith just does well to get that one away. And Atula Guerra dropping very deep into the midfield will get fouled.
That was almost an unbelievable start to the season for Cincinnati. Less than 10 seconds into the game.
That was an awesome strike from Lang from long range. Out on the left side, we will keep our eye on that tonight. Quinton Griffith will get us back underway as he plays a long lofted board to Jared Van Schaik, who just can't keep that in play, and that will bring up a throw-in for the visitors. Hoyt now with the throw. Looks long. Bone manages to get the ball forward, but dispossessed, and now Captain Taylor Mueller will bring it out from the back. Rittmeyer now. Back to Griffith. Pumps forward to Guerra. Oh, it's a loose one, Kotaro Higashi. But no problem there for Evan Newton in the back. Cincinnati just could not keep that in play, and that will be a throw-in for the home side. Long ball forward, finds Ian Svansterson. Manages to keep the ball, looking through to Rittmeyer. Plays safe back to Griffith. Tries to find Anunga, but dispossessed there in the middle. And that will be a free kick for the visitors. You can see Hackshaw there just putting a bit too much pressure. Hoyt now. Looks back to Captain Keenan. Newton started all 5 preseason games, looking very sturdy at the back. And on the other side, just as much sturdiness, veteran O'Disnell Cooper gets the Battery back underway. Mueller brings it out from the back. Looks for the long ball forward, will find the feet of Kotaro Higashi, who's got space outside here on the left. Anunga. Short ball to Thomas. Anunga again spreading the ball out wide. It's Mueller. Pumps a long ball forward to Hackshaw. Lasso just dropping off there as Cincinnati get shape on the back line. Lasso heads away, returned by Hackshaw. Rittmeyer running onto the loose ball, but Guerra will take it. And it's a long ball in from Quinton Griffith, but that is out and will bring up a Cincinnati goal kick. Well, it's been an energetic first few minutes for both sides.
Probably we're 4 minutes in, and you couldn't tell me that this is what the first 4 minutes of the season was going to look like. This looks like a playoff game right now. Both teams are flying.
I think we're in for an exciting game here at MUSC Health Stadium. Cincinnati, of course, have never beaten the Charleston Battery. And this is the third consecutive year that they've faced them in the home opener. Lasso heads away. And that will bring up a throw-in from Quentin Griffith. You can see him there telling everybody to get forward. We know what a long throw-in he has got. And goes long to Sponsorson. There's the duel we were talking about in the pre-game. 6'5" and 6'6" going against each other. Sponsorson at the edge of the box. Pumped away. The lone striker Welshman, and Lang is on the wing. A breakaway for Cincinnati here. He's giving Cincinnati time to get numbers forward. One-on-one with Quentin Griffith, gets around him, but the shot is deflected by Taylor Mueller, and that will bring up a corner for Cincinnati.
Lang looks like he's flying to start the season. You can just see the confidence from that first strike he had on goal. He's going to start taking guys on. He does well here, cuts inside, get it on that right foot. Good block by Taylor Mueller, being in the right place, though.
And this is going to bring up a corner for Kenny Walker. We know he got the assist in the last game when Cincinnati faced Sacramento FC, so keep your eye on that. He found Keenan in the middle. He plays a long ball. It's at the back post, and Jared Van Schaik first to the ball, and that will be a goal kick. Good delivery, though.
Good, yeah. Kenny's really dangerous on the ball. He puts the ball exactly where he wants it to be. It looks like they were going back post. It was well defended by Ian to be there. Battery's going to have to be on point defending set pieces and corners.
And here, Disnall Cooper will get us underway with the long ball. They'll be looking to find Sponsterson up top, but dispossessed. And here comes Lang. Bone with the ball, drops it back to Bone. It's a nice 1-2, looking very threatening in the attack. He's looking for the long ball into the box, but plays it safe. And you can see here Hoyt with acres of space on this right-hand side.
Good
it's
run
Hoyt again, looks for the flick back. A fantastic strike from Welshman, but really no danger there for a Disnall Cooper. Comfortable save for him, and the Battery playing the ball out, quickly trying to hit on the counter.
That was well worked by Cincinnati. Hoyt, good run in behind. Excellent flick back to Welshman. Unlucky, I think he slipped a little bit there. It was a good strike on goal, though. Cincinnati look dangerous when they have it.
Cincinnati, a very different team to what we saw here at MUSC Health Stadium last year, and Sponsorson is on. Can he get it? Keenan just managing to get all the touch that he needs and give Cincinnati the time to get back, but that will bring up a corner, and it will be Jared Van Schaik to deliver the ball.
All last season, the Battery were really dangerous on corners. Let's see if they can drum up something to start this year.
And keep your eye on Taylor Mueller there in the middle. The Battery hold quite a bit of height in the box.
They've had success against Cincinnati in the past on corners. Let's see how Cincinnati defends it.
Well, we know Mike Anhauser likes an in-swinger, and it's going to be short as it falls at the near post. And Cincinnati managed to get it away, but it'll be Quentin Griffith that looks for the long ball forward. Keenan pumps forward. Welshman looks across. Can he find Hoyt? It's an unorthodox flick on. That was actually Lang that was just coming across. You'll often see that them just switching sides, making it difficult to defend. Jared Van Schaik will get us back underway. In tonight's lineup, Cincinnati have 8 new players, only 3 returners in comparison to Mike Anhauser's 10 returners and just the 1 new signee, Ian Sponsterson, up top. Do you think that'll play a big influence in tonight's game, Dante?
Yeah, I definitely think it's a testament to what the Battery's been able to do with the consistency in their lineup. It definitely shows at the start of the season. I'm interested to see how Alan Koch got this group ready for the season. It's tough when you have that brand new. How many new players did you say there were?
So there'll be 8 in the Cincinnati lineup out of the 11.
Yeah, they need to find that flow in between each other and balancing and working off of each other. It can be difficult only in 2 months. They look really good to start the season so far, though.
And overall, as a squad, have only returned 9 of their players. I caught up with head coach Alan Koch yesterday before they trained here, and he said those 9 players that they did return have been absolutely crucial in the meshing between the new and returning players. Jared Van Schaik now goes short with the corner. It's Tar Brian Anunga at the top of the box. And it's a good flick in there from Taylor Mueller.
FC Cincinnati were a little late reacting to Taz' run. Good short, quick ball. Good ball in. I think Taylor's going to want that one back. I think he could have had that one on goal. Good ball in. On his weaker left foot. Does well to get contact, but just wide.
Here comes Newton now, who's spent 2 seasons with Sacramento FC. This will be his first year at Cincinnati. Looks for the long ball forward. Cannot keep it in bounds. Quinton Griffith now looks long to the middle of the park with Anunga. Skylar Thomas playing it out the back to Van Schaik. He's under a bit of pressure there. But no problems, back to Thomas. And Lasso will just shield back to Newton. We know Newton likes to play it out of the back, but he looks like he's still deciding there. As he tells them to get forward. And it is a long ball forward. Taylor Mueller heads away. And Richie Ryan looking out wide. Ryan. Back to Lasso. Lasso with the long ball forward. You can see there, Ledesma just put his thumb up. Right idea, but no problem there for a Disnall Cooper. Van Schaik now. And that will be brought back. Again, Anunga just a bit hard in the challenge. You see, he just took down Walker.
Really good cover by Walker. He covers a lot of ground in the middle of the field. Does well to get his body there. I think it's the right call from the ref.
He just wants that taken back. It'll be Hoyt over the dead ball. Plays it back to Keenan. Across the back line to Lasso. Looks into the middle to Richie Ryan. Well, they're looking for that long ball forward to thread it through to Lang. We'll keep an eye on that. Of course, we have to mention Nico Rittmeyer, a local College of Charleston signee. Makes his 2nd season for the Charleston Battery, but has had a fantastic preseason with the club.
Yeah, he scored 4 goals against Georgia Southern. That's got to do wonders for your confidence if you can score 4 goals in a game. I'm sure he'll be excited to get his 2nd season going.
Griffith to the back post, dispossessed. Van Schaik with the cleanup. Ledesma looks across to the middle. Just under a bit of pressure there. Tula did just enough. And will this be a counter-attack for the Battery? Jared Van Schaik with the throw-in. The feet of Swansterson. Kotaro Higashi dribbling on the edge of the box, but dispossessed and will earn a corner for the side. And that will bring up Jared Van Schaik and will also bring up the 2 centre-backs.
3rd corner here for the Battery in the first 15 minutes.
And it'll be an outswinger for Van Schaik here, so keep your eye at the top of the box. Fourth corner now, as Jared Van Schaik makes his way over to the right side. There's some height in the box for both sides though tonight. Anunga looking for the short ball, he'll get it. Back to Van Schaik at the top of the box. A nice set piece this. A low ground ball from Quinton Griffith, and Kotaro Higashi will track back. Very calm and collected over the ball there. Neville Hackshaw, time and space. Looks across to Anunga, it's a strike, blocked by Forrest Lasso. I'll tell you what, Mike Anhauser won't be unhappy with this performance.
How calm was that from Kotaro, though? I mean, that's a spot when you give the ball up, they're going in on a breakaway. He coolly, calmly ducked his shoulder, went the other way, and led to a good chance for the Battery.
Another chance for the Battery there, just put wide by Quinton Griffith. They'll bring up another goal kick for Evan Newton, who wants his side to get forward and will be looking for the long ball out of the back.
Battery have worked their way back into this game a little bit. After a bit of a shaky start, it started to even out a little bit.
It'll be an aerial duel. Hackshaw just manages to get something on it. Lasso heads away, wins the battle. And this will bring up Hoyt on the left-hand side. Looks to Ledesma. Plays it across the park and manages to find Bone. In again to Ryan. Back to Bone. They're working it around the middle of the park nicely here. Looking back across, it's Hoyt. Captain Keenan there, calm on the ball, just dispossessed. And Jared Van Schaik just enough to slow down that tempo. And it'll be a throw-in for the visitors. Taken by Hoyt. Looks across. Ryan. Back again to Bone. Just can't work the ball through there. And now Cincinnati applying all the pressure. Bone, nice turnout as he takes on Jared Van Schaik on this near side. And both teams playing with confidence here as they try to work it out the back, dispossess the home side. And Hoyt looks for the quick throw. Welshman at the top. Bone with the distribution. Looks back to Lasso. Ryan now in the middle. That is a good ball. He finds Bone. Can he find Welshman? It's a Yes, he can.
What a goal by Cincinnati. Well worked. There was probably 12, 13, 14, 15 passes.
Blake Smith with the goal. He got one-on-one with the Disnell Cooper. And the Battery defense just completely breaking down there.
It almost seemed like the ball stood still. And Smith was able to just run on it and tap it into the empty net.
Well, it was Welshman that set him up, but Blake Smith, fantastic place, great timing. The new signee will be thrilled to get the first goal of the season for FC Cincinnati, and that really now has put the Charleston Battery on the back foot.
Smith followed up the play really well. I mean, it was a great ball by Bone through to Welshman. Cooper came out, saved it. Good bounce. Right to Smith to tap it in.
Well, now it is all to play for here in the early going. Cincinnati with the early goal from Blake Smith. And it'll be Smith to get us underway again on that far side. And now it is all Cincinnati as they try and dribble through the Battery midfield. Thomas looks back. Very composed as a Disnell Cooper gives the Battery time to get their shape back. Heads on by Hackshaw. Van Schaik with the follow-up. And that is just knocked out of possession. You can see Alan Koch there on the sideline cheering his side on. He must be very happy with that early goal.
He's definitely got to be happy with how they've started the game, how they've played. They're really working the ball really well through the midfield, finding the holes, getting in between the defenders in the midfield. It's been a good start.
And they really are applying the pressure defensively here. Anunga in the middle.
It doesn't look like a team with 8 new guys.
Absolutely. Griffith now on the far side. Dispossessed. And Cincinnati will clear away. Anunga picks it up on the top of the box to Guerra. Misses the 1-2. Bone plays us out. Looks forward to Welshman, the lone striker up top, who just tries to hold it up. And that will bring up Ledesma, who doesn't get a touch on the ball. Anunga brings the ball down, gets the composure back, and it's Griffith now. Looking for Atula Guerra, he loses his footing as Manovic says play on. Hoyt under some pressure but manages to bring it out the back. And that will be a throw-in for the visitors. Hoyt now telling his team to get up. And they are not stepping off the gas here in the early going. Ledesma wins the throw-in and will leave it for Justin Hoyt, who earned 12 USL Team of the Week honours last season, a crucial part to the Cincinnati side. Ryan now in the middle, looks for Lasso. Played out on the wing to Lang. It's a nice ball into the box, head away by Skylar Thomas. Hoyt again on this near side. Ledesma. Ryan. Back to Hoyt. They're playing it around nicely at the top of the box. He's looking for the ball through to Bone, but doesn't find it. But that will bring up a free kick for Cincinnati right at the top of the box. You can see the protest there from Anunga.
I mean, it's really the same thing that kind of happened with the goal. The Battery do well to get there, but FC Cincinnati, as soon as they lose the ball, they've got guys all around it trying to win it back immediately.
It was in a dangerous position, and Brian Anunga just with the harsh step. You can see a couple of Cincinnati players over the dead ball, but I think it's going to be Ledesma who takes it. And a Disnall Cooper there, just arranging his wall exactly how he wants it. The referee is going to bring them back a few steps behind the white line. And this is dangerous.
This is a dangerous spot. A lefty's got to be loving this. This is the one you practice and practice all week just to get the chance to have it right now.
Keep your eye on the short ball. There's several set-piece options around him. And Forrest Lasso, of course, up there in the mix. Will be looking for the rebound.
A couple Cincinnati guys trying to block Cooper's view. Let's see if he can see through him.
It's Ledesma over the dead ball. The referee has given him the go-ahead. It's a chip ball.
Oh!
A Disnall Cooper just managing to pop it over his crossbar, but a fantastic effort.
Like I said, Poppy, I think the Cincinnati players blocked his view. I don't think he saw that till really late. Great strike by Ledesma.
You're right, it was a brilliant setup. You can see there just a bit of pushing in the box. And a Disnall Cooper, fantastic save. That was going in, Dante.
Yeah, went to the goalie side. Cooper had it covered, though.
And the danger is not over yet. It's a good ball into the box. Jared Van Schaik brings it out into the attack, and the counter-attack is on. Leaves it a bit short for Higashi, but no problem there. Hackshaw looks across to Mueller.
Great work by Welshman there. That's your center forward getting back, stopping the counter.
Anunga now just slowing down the speed of play, looks for the long ball forward. And it will be a long ball pump forward, brought back under control. Anunga in the middle of the park. Looks for a Tulagera. Just loses his footing there. It's rained a bit earlier here in Charleston, so we can expect a slick surface.
That's a couple times Atula slipped down. It's his 3rd season with the Battery. You'd think he'd have the footing figured out by now.
Lang looks for the ball into the box. It's an awkward clearance there from Anunga. And that will be another free kick for Cincinnati.
Stud showing there from Atula.
Atula is going to need to be careful with that one. Cincinnati looking to take it quick. But have got to bring the ball back. And the Battery have everybody back behind the ball. He hasn't got many options on. He goes back to Lasso. Across to Keenan. Lumps forward. Looking for Lang. Lang flips it on. It's Bone now down the far side. Looking back in the middle. Dispossessed. Tarbrian Anunga will bring the Battery out from the back.
Tell you what, Poppy, every time Cincinnati gets the ball, they look dangerous. Coach Anhauser is going to have to figure out a way to fill in those gaps a little bit.
It's been a very exciting first 25 minutes here. And like you said, Dante, it doesn't look like a team that has 8 new players on it.
Yeah, they're flowing really well with each other.
Lang picking the ball up on the far side. Looking for the long ball forward. Van Schaik just can't get there in time. It's Ledesma. Plays in the middle to Ryan. Back to Lasso. Lasso's going to pump forward, looking for Welshman at the top, but dispossessed by Taylor Mueller. And they will look for the feet of Ian Svanson, and the referee did not like that. That will bring up a free kick there for the Battery. Let's see if we can have another look at that.
Ian did well there, hold the ball up. I think Keenan got a little bit too much of his jersey, pulled him down.
And that will bring Jared Van Schaik over the dead ball. And keep your eye on Skylar Thomas and Ian Svanson in the box. Heads away by Ryan. I think the referee might be calling for a foul there.
I think it was a dangerous kick. I think his foot was a little high. It's a flat ball. It needs to be a little bit deeper from Jared Van Schaik. Put it in a dangerous area. Give your big guys a chance.
Keenan looks forward to Welshman. Skylar Thomas heads away but doesn't get much power behind it. Bone at the top of the box. Ryan looks for the short ball, dispossessed, and Quinton Griffith will get that up top. Well, you have to say in the last 15 minutes, it's been all Cincinnati.
Yeah, they've done really well. They're possessing the ball. They're moving it. I think the Battery still has a chance to be dangerous on the counter and at times when they get the ball. But right now, Cincinnati's possessing it and moving it a lot better than they are.
Anunga back to Mueller. Pressure on at all times from Cincinnati. You can see they've got the 3 up top there. Dispossessed. Just manages to almost win it back. And Hoyt on the ball. Keenan looking across to Lasso. Lasso will bring forward. Smith on the far side. Plays a nice 1-2 there with Lang. They've been working well together out on that left side. Anunga picks it up in the middle of the park. Back to Sponsorson. It's a nice 1-2 here. Can the Battery make anything of it? Just right idea, but very unlucky there. Kotaro Higashi picking it up on the top of the box. Looked like an awkward collision there between him and Ryan, but Quinton Griffith has it on the far side. So good ball into the box. Sponsorson just can't quite get there. And Ryan still down at the top of the box.
Yeah, he took a knock in that skirmish.
Fans, while we have a second, let me remind you that you can hear exclusive stories directly from the USL's players in USLsoccer.com's From the Pitch, with written video and content that provides an unfiltered access and a first-person look into the professional game and players' everyday lives.
Oh, just watching that replay, it looked like Kotaro's foot came up and hit him in the face. Don't see any blood. It looks like he's all right, but that probably didn't feel too good.
It was an awkward one, and really the first stop in play that we've seen in this first 30 minutes.
It's been flying. Like I said, 2 minutes in, it looks like a playoff game. Couldn't tell me this was the first game of the year.
Have you got what it takes to beat the experts on USLsoccer.com? Show off your knowledge of the league by picking the right results of the USL's matchup each week of the season. And make sure you cast your vote for USL Goal of the Week every Monday evening at USLsoccer.com as the road to the Fans' Choice USL Goal of the Year continues throughout the season. He looks like he's just in a bit of pain there. And we'll just have a look at this one more time.
It was a good tackle, and just Kotaro's leg just came up and his heel just kicked him in the face. Ah, man. That didn't look good. He looks like he's okay, though. Probably helps that Kotaro's a little guy like I am. If it's a bigger guy like Ian's leg swinging around, might have done a little bit more damage.
Absolutely. You do not want to be on the end of one of those. You can see there Mike Anhauser just making some notes. And the Tula Guerra will give the ball back to Cincinnati. And Evan Newton will get us back under the way here. Again, looking for that long ball forward. Cincinnati with the press. And Dante, they don't look like they're about to sit back and just maintain possession. They look like they're still going for the counterattacks.
Yeah, I'm really impressed. You know, I think last year they came in and they sat back a little bit, but this is a new team. And the coach has really got them pressing, and they've run down every ball, every turnover, every 50-50 ball they've came in for.
Just taking every chance to get the ball forward. But here the Battery have got the ball forward, and it's Ian Sponsorson on the ball at the top of the box. Looks back to Guerra. Gets the shot away. But no problem there for Evan Newton in goal.
It's a good chance. It's well worked by the Battery. No, I don't think the Battery's done a bad job so far in the first 30 minutes, but I'm really impressed by FC Cincinnati. The Battery has had their moments, though.
Absolutely, we've seen fantastic moments from both sides, but again, overall, Cincinnati with the run of play here in the first half. Hackshaw wins the duel. And that will be out of play and will bring up a throw-in for the home side. I think out there on the far side, Nico Rittmeyer's got to get more involved in the game. We've hardly said his name in the opening 45, but here he comes now. Kotaro Higashi. And Atula Guerra just looking for the ball back, but dispossessed, and the ball finds its way to Welshman up top, the lone striker. Ledesma just couldn't keep that in play. Van Schaik now, who we know has a long throw-in. Cincinnati's defensive shape just making it difficult for Van Schaik to find a white shirt up there. Svanterson. Heads on looking for Atula. Lasso with the cover.
Oof.
The referee says no problem there, goal kick.
I guess he gives him the goal kick there. That's definitely a foul for me.
Takes a lot to get Forrest Lasso down. Newton plays it out the back to Lasso. Looks for Smith on the far side. Bone now in the middle. Lasso looking to switch the field. Goes long, looking for Lang. Dispossessed. And Anunga in the middle of the park now. Van Schaik looking to Anunga. Pumps forward. It's an awkward one, but Lasso does just enough to get something on that. And Van Schaik keeps it in. Anunga. Hackshaw at the top of the box. And that is going to be a free kick for the home side. You can see Atula Guerra looking to take it quick there. And Lasso just getting in the way of that.
Atula's done really well. He's definitely found the hole in front of their center backs. All the play for the Charleston Battery has kind of come through him. This is a dangerous spot for a free kick.
And it could be either one of these to take it, but Dante, who do you think's got the best bet over the dead ball here?
I'm not sure. Atula looks like he really wants it. Q's got his hand on the ball. Looks like Griffith has got it.
Cincinnati, every player back in the box now. And apart from the one goal, we haven't seen Cooper have that much to do with the ball in the first half compared to Newton.
Yeah, Newton's warm. This is a good spot. It's tough when you're this close to get it up and over the wall, but let's see what Griffith does.
There's some movement in the box.
Oof.
It looked like it was going to make it over the wall, but deflected. And Taylor Mueller now to Hackshaw on the far side. It's a short ball in. Atula Guerra finds it, looks for the shot, and he just can't get it off his feet. Took a few defenders to bring him down there, though.
That was a well-struck free kick by Quinton and well defended. Someone put their head in the way on that one. Good work from Atula in the box. Gets him to dive. It just gets away from him a little bit. All he can do is get a toe on it.
Van Schaik now wins the ball, as does Keenan. And that'll be a free kick from the visitors. Hoyt looks back to Keenan. Comfortable possession from the visitors. Long ball forward from Newton, looking for Lang, but dispossessed. And Hackshaw will bring the home side forward. Back to Griffith, to the middle of the park, Anunga. Jared Van Schaik now on the left. And that took a deflection from Ledzemer. Long ball forward, looking for Ian Svanson, but it'll be Atula Guerra who drops it back to Rittmeyer. It's got to be better in that position now. The counter-attack is on.
Long touch from Lang there. He'll want that one back.
It's very back and forth here. Kotaro Higashi looks for Anunga. It's step back to Higashi again. The ball, a fantastic ball in. It's Svanson. Can he find it? And Rittmeyer with the follow-up over the bar. You can see Svanson there did ever so well to get around the defenders. Clear shot on goal.
Good possession from the Battery. Good run. Good feet by Ian for the big man in the box. Gets it on his right foot. And then good save.
And that was a fantastic chance for the home side.
It's better from the Battery, though.
Newton taking his time there to let Cincinnati get their shape back. It'll be a long ball forward out of the back. Back and forth in the middle of the park. Ryan gets the ball down. It's Hoyt on this near side. Dispossessed. And Nunga's done well just picking up those loose balls in front of the Charleston Battery back line. Looks wide with Griffith. Griffith with the pace now, bringing the ball forward. It's a long ball in. No worries there for Lasso. Heads away, and that'll bring up a Charleston Battery throw-in from Quinton Griffith. Looks back to Hackshaw. Rittmeyer with the 1-2. Finds Griffith. This is dangerous for the home side. A great ball in. It's Katara Nagashi. A fantastic save from Newton there, but what a set piece play that was by the home side. Here comes Van Schaik now.
I have no idea how he saved that. What a save by Newton. Well worked by the Battery. A good cross by Quinton, and Katara does everything he can to keep it on target. Great strike. I mean, he reached back and snagged that thing out of the goal.
Well, it absolutely fell on his foot, and he made fantastic contact with that. But again, Newton, class save there. And it's still 1-0 Cincinnati with 5 minutes left in the first half. It's been a fantastic first half, Dante.
Yeah, back and forth the whole entire time. It's been really exciting, fun to watch.
Here comes Welshman now. Just Skylar Thomas does well to prevent the one-on-one, and that will be a throw-in for the visitors.
Back to that save, though, Poppy. If Cincinnati fans had any worries about losing their goalie, Mitch Hildebrand, from last year to Atlanta, there's your answer right there.
That is a great point, Dante, and as we'll see here, Skylar Thomas there, he's had a fantastic preseason, really cemented his spot in the back line and does well to stay composed there and prevent the one-on-one. 2 balls on the field there will mean they've got to bring it back. Ryan now at the top of the box. Tries to get the shot away. It's deflected by Skylar Thomas, and no problem there for a Disnall Cooper. And if you're Alan Koch, you've got to be happy with the first half performance.
Yeah, definitely. I think he's definitely going to be happy and pleased going into halftime. Hopefully, we're still 4 minutes left, and who knows, in this game, anything can happen with a 1-0 lead. But the Battery definitely have created chances.
You can see there the Battery putting forward numbers into the attack. That was an awkward handball there. And that will bring up a free kick for the Battery. And it looks like Richie Ryan is getting a talking to from the referee as Newton organises the wall back there. It'll just be a warning this time. Cincinnati have everybody back behind the ball. And it looks like it might be a Tula-Guerra this time.
Cincinnati players are arguing where the spot of the foul was. I'm not exactly sure. I think that's about where it was, though.
Osmanovic will just now bring the wall back.
I think they just like using that spray just because they have it now.
It's a great idea, though. Keeps the players in check. Well, it's Guerra, Griffith, and Van Schaik over the dead ball.
Almost 30 yards out here. You definitely got to hit it with some pace if you're going to have one on goal.
It is a Tula-Guerra. It's a great strike just over the top of the bar. No problem there for Newton.
I think he had it covered.
Tula-Guerra there. He's had a good first half.
I think he's been one of the brightest spot for the Battery. All the good plays have gone through him.
You can see there Nico Rittmeyer just winning the duel and earns the home side a throw-in. back to Mueller. Pumps forward to Atula Guerra at the top. One-on-one with Lasso. Rittmeyer now looks at the top of the box. It's a good ball to Hackshaw. Hackshaw finds Van Schaik. It's pumped into the back post. Rittmeyer with the good header in. Nobody there, though. And that is heads away by Cincinnati as Van Schaik tries to keep the ball alive in the attack. Heads away again by Lasso. It's air ball at the minute. And you can see that. I think that might be a corner. Yep, that's a corner for the home side. Jared Van Schaik bringing his side up. Skylar Thomas. Taylor Mueller getting into the attack. I think it just caught Hoyt on its way out.
I don't know. What's the rule? I think it touched his jersey. Does that count as hitting him?
I think it is. And as you can see there, 2 minutes of stoppage time. But of course, only takes a second to score a goal, and it'll be Jared Van Schaik over the dead ball. An outswinger from this left-hand side. And you can hear the Charleston Battery fans really getting behind the home side there. It's going to be a long ball into the box, heads away. And that is going to be another corner for Van Schaik. And this will be the 6th corner for the Charleston Battery. Atula just dispossessed there. And Welshman manages to get that away. Nice defending from the lone striker. Anunga now. Pumps the ball forward looking for Rittmeyer. No problem there for Newton, who will be in no rush to get us back underway here with about 45 seconds left in the half. It's a long ball forward, an awkward one from Quinton Griffith then. That gives Welshman chance to run onto the ball. He's one-on-one with Skylar Thomas, and Van Schaik just stepping in there, playing the easy ball back to Additional Cooper. And now it's a foot race. Keenan gets away. Thomas now pumping forward. Both teams just desperate to keep it out of their own half. And that is all we're going to see from the first half here. It's 1-0 Cincinnati at halftime. Dante, what were your final thoughts on the half?
I think a pretty good half by both teams. The Battery's going to be a little disappointed to go in 1-0. They've definitely created some chances. Had a really good chance to even up the game. Great save by Newton. Both coaches definitely have a little bit to change and talk about at halftime. But for the first half of the season, I mean, what a half that was.
And if we're going to take a quick break now. When we come back, though, we're actually going to go to highlights here. As you can see, a fantastic strike in the first few seconds there from Lang.
Great flick by Hoyt, just doesn't get a hold of it. This is all from the first 15, 20 minutes of the game. Was really, most of the chances were from Cincinnati. Ian had a really good chance here, good save by Newton. There's the save that I was talking about. I mean, that's, when you're playing away, that's the save you need to make. This goal is just really well worked by Cincinnati, and Smith follows it up excellent. Easy tapping in the end, but that's exciting.
It's been a brilliant first half. We'll be back more just after this.
You're good.
So, Matt, now we're back with Welcome Back. It's halftime here.
Do I need to be here for any of that?
You need to be back in about 5 minutes, 5-10. Welcome back to MUSC Health Stadium. It's 1-0 Cincinnati here at halftime. Coming up this halftime, we're going to hear from USL President Jake Edwards. But first, seeing as it is St. Patrick's Day, we put the Charleston Battery players to the test to see how good their Irish dancing moves were. Keep your eye on Atula Guerra and Jay Bolt in this video. Absolute class. Take a look.
We promise our footwork will look a lot better on Saturday night, don't you worry.
Hi, we're being joined today by Jake Edwards, president of the USL. Just getting ready to kick off an exciting 2018 season. Jake, thank you very much for joining us today.
Great, my pleasure.
Jake, it's been another exciting off-season for the USL, and buzz is really picking up as we're getting ready to kick off here. Talk to us about what you're looking forward to the most in 2018 and where the USL is positioning itself in the American soccer landscape.
Yeah, we've worked hard this off-season and the last few years now to create a really great league, but an aspirational league. We look at the leagues around the world and we say we would like to be in the company of some of those top leagues. We're now the second division in the US. We've worked hard to achieve that, and we aspire to be one of the top second divisions in the world. And there's some phenomenal leagues out there to aspire to that we can learn from. But things are going great. It's been a busy off-season. We've got some new teams coming on board, some great new owners coming in the league, phenomenal new players coming in the league. And it's going to be by far and away the toughest and most competitive season, but certainly it's the biggest season we've had yet. More games, more teams. We reach more communities, more fans than ever before. So this is another big year for us.
Well, the league this year certainly continues to grow, and we're welcoming 6 new teams to the USL in 2018. What are you looking forward to the most during this kickoff weekend of these teams coming in and the quality of soccer we're going to see across the league?
Yeah, 6 very exciting teams. 2 teams that are already established clubs in Indy 11 and North Carolina. Great pedigree, great fan bases, exciting soccer-specific stadiums, and Atlanta United, the lone team out of MLS coming in this season. Atlanta United breaking all kinds of records as an organization in MLS, doing great things for the sport. Fully anticipate the same for Atlanta United too. And then, of course, our new markets, Nashville and Las Vegas, Fresno. Really exciting new additions to our league, and have done tremendously well in pre-season games so far, well attended. So very much looking to see how those teams and those new fan bases mix in with all the other teams we have in our league.
Welcome back to MUSC Health Stadium. It's 1-0 to Cincinnati here at halftime. And while we have a sec, Dante, let's just have a look at some stats from the first half.
The big one is that it's 1-0 Cincinnati. But then you look at the shots, 11 shots for the Battery, 6 shots for Cincinnati. The Battery did a really good job getting back into the game after Cincinnati scored the goal, started to put a little bit of pressure. You look at the possession; it's about even for both teams. It's been a back and forth half. I mean, it was exciting. There was chances created on both sides. You look at the corners; 6 corners for the Battery. I think the Battery ended up at the end of the half, kind of the last 15, 20 minutes. They really started to push and turn it on a little bit, and you can see that. So we'll see how they end up coming out in the second half.
I think you described it best early on in the first half. It really did feel like a playoff game, very back and forth, and you can see that there in the possession. But overall, Cincinnati just had a better hold on the ball, but the Battery seemed to look more dangerous in the attack.
Yeah, Cincinnati they worked the ball really well. I mean, they were able to find the holes, and for a team that's new coming together, they possessed the ball really well. But the Battery also did a good job. I mean, you could see it with Atula finding the hole, and most of the play was running through him. It'll be interesting to see as the season goes on, his relationship, how that develops with Ian.
Absolutely. And while we have a second, let's just take a look next weekend where the Charleston Battery will take on Penn FC next Saturday right here at MUSC Health Stadium. As you can see, it's also Meet the Team night, so we'll include a poster giveaway and on-field access to the players after the match. It'll also be $1 beers. You can get 4 tickets for $40 right now at charlestonbattery.com. And another exciting event that's taking place here at MUSC Health Stadium, Kimani Marley and the Dub Plates are teaming up with the Charleston Battery to produce the Marley Cup. That'll take place here at MUSC Health Stadium on March 31st. If you want any more information or tickets, visit charlestonbattery.com. Okay, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we'll have second half action kickoff. It's the Charleston Battery taking on FC Cincinnati up next. Welcome back to MUSC Health Stadium. It's 1-0 to Cincinnati Here at halftime, Poppy Miller alongside Charleston Battery midfielder Dante Marini. Dante, what a first half that was.
Yeah, really exciting game. I'm excited to see what this second half, if they're going to be able to keep up the intensity for the whole half. Here are some of the highlights. I mean, this is off the first kick of the game, probably 10 seconds into the game. That's a long strike, almost catches Cooper to the near post. What a hit that was, right off the post. This is another good chance from Cincinnati. Great flick in back by Hoyt to Welshman. Just slips, good save by Cooper in the end. There's a chance from the Battery. Here comes the goal. Well worked. Good work by Smith. Welshman does well. Cooper saves it, and it just sits up nice and pretty for Smith to just tap it in the net. That spot that Bone found right in front of the defenders, that's a really dangerous spot. Really dangerous spot and a good run by Welshman. Well timed from those two. I think Cooper saw this one late. Good reaction save. Gets his hand up, tips it over the bar. Tula, I thought he had a really good first half. There's a chance. Only could get a toe on it. But in the end, easy save from Newton. Well worked from Ian there. And here's the chance of the half that keeps it at 1-0. Great technique from Kataro to get over the ball and keep it on frame. And a great save by Newton.
Fantastic save by Newton, but for me, the save from Medicinal Cooper in the first half has got to be a contender for save of the week.
Yeah, I mean, he sees that really late and just gets his hand, tips it over the bar. Two great saves to keep the game where it's at right now.
Will Latula Guerra and Ian Svansterson get us back underway? And it's Cincinnati now again with the possession. This game is presented in part by WCIV News Channel 4. Thank you for joining us. Let's get this second half action back underway here in Charleston, South Carolina at MUSC Health Stadium. And it looks like there's no changes for either side at this time. Dante, are you surprised by that?
No, not really. I think both teams are happy with their first half performance.
And now it is all to play for. Cincinnati have never beaten the Charleston Battery, but at the minute, they are now. Lasso across to Smith. Plays into the middle. Anunga with the pressure. Bone drops back to Ryan. And this will be Quinton Griffith. We know he's got that long throw, and he is going to go long, looking for a Tula Guerra. And that is going to be a free kick for Cincinnati. Smith over the dead ball. The new signee, one of eight new signees on the field. And in case you missed it in the first half, just one new signee on the field here tonight for the Battery. But like we said, Dante, it doesn't look like they're playing with 8 new players and only 3 returners.
Nope, they've done it. Nope, they've seemed like they've meshed really well together in the 2 months of preseason they've had. We've only also seen one half. We'll see how it continues.
Hoyt now looks out wide to Smith. Drops back in the middle to Walker. It's a strike from Walker, but no problem there for a Disnall Cooper. Just testing him there a bit, and Cooper will get us back underway. Both teams, though, coming in off a great preseason. Each hold only 1 loss. Cincinnati lost to Sacramento FC 2-1 last weekend, and of course the Charleston Battery's only loss was from Carolina Challenge Cup, where the Columbus Crew defeated them 2-1. Thomas now heads away. And that is a head injury, looks like, from Anunga. Looks like he's okay, but we will see Bobby Weisenberger from MUSC Health come on to assist him. And while we have a second, the USL's official Twitter feed will keep you up to date with news, live game updates and highlights from around the league 24/7. Follow @USL on Twitter. Looks like it's going to be Hoyt to drop the ball back. to Additional Cooper. Looks clear from Skylar Thomas. Lasso with the header.
I think Ian needs to challenge for that first one. That's the battle that he needs to win between him and Forrest. He let Forrest have that one easy.
They're both big targets. Thomas now plays out from the back to Van Schaik. Atula Guerra right back in the midfield. Griffith with the 1-2 from Hackshaw. A bit of pressure on him there from Bone. And the Battery spreading the field as Skylar Thomas looks back to Mueller. Hackshaw now on this near side. Flicks onto Rittmeyer. It's a good turn from Rittmeyer, still with the ball. Higashi in the middle, sorry. The Battery on the front foot. It's Quinton Griffith, great ball into the box. And Ian Svanson just kept quiet there by the Cincinnati centre backs. Atula Guerra at the top of the box. He takes a strike. I think that one, you can see the frustration there on his face.
It looked like it was half between he was deciding if he wanted to pass it out wide or take a shot, and just went right down the middle for a goal kick. Really well worked by the Battery, though. Good start to the half. That's a good possession, working the ball forward and creating those chances.
Here's the new signee, Evan Newton. He started all 5 of the preseason games this year for Cincinnati. He's been solid at the back tonight. Griffith now, long ball forward to Svanson. Looks to Atula Guerra, just a heavy touch there from Guerra, and just manages to catch him. And the referee is going to have a word with him. We'll wonder if he'll see a yellow card for that challenge. And you can see the protest there.
It's really well done by Ian. That's what I'm talking about, bringing the ball down. Unlucky touch from Atula. I don't really think there was that much in that. I don't think that's a yellow.
You can't see much at all from this angle.
It doesn't really look like he showed his studs there. Kind of just looked like he tried to stick a toe in.
But now Atula Guerra on the yellow card. He's going to need to be careful for the next 40 minutes of this game.
I think he's just a bit disappointed in himself, because I mean that could have led to a good opportunity, and just an unlucky touch off his knee. Definitely a foul, but I don't know if it was yellow.
Richie Ryan still down though, taking medical care. He looks like he's just holding his foot there. He's having some discomfort in his left foot.
Then again, I could be wrong. Maybe he did get him pretty bad. It's tough to tell from one replay.
He looks like he's going to be okay though. Oh no, we shall see. But while we have a second, let me remind you the USL's official Facebook page brings you the best from across the league with news, highlights and interactive features. Like the USL on Facebook to get the league's best content delivered to you.
Looks like he's going to be able to shake it off and continue playing.
The Orange and Blue will be away next Saturday to take on Indy 11, but will return to Nippert Stadium for the first game of the regular season at home on April 7th to face the reigning USL champions Louisville City FC. Kickoff will be at 7 p.m. and you can get your tickets right now at fccincinnati.com. Newton now over the dead ball will get us back underway. And Richie Ryan has made his way back onto the field. Solid clearance from Mueller. Bounces back though. And it's Boone over the top of the ball. Jared Van Schaik picks up possession. Kotaro Higashi just trying to bring us forward, and that is a foul. It's been a bit stop-start in the early going here, Dante.
Definitely doesn't have the same rhythm as the first half, but there's definitely the same intensity of the game.
Rittmeyer now dribbling across the middle of the park. Looks back to Van Schaik. Van Schaik brings it across, finds Quinton Griffith on this near side. Pumps the ball forward. It's Atula Guerra in the box. Forrest Lasso just shields that one out of play.
Tula looked like he was in there. I think it was a little unlucky roll from the ball. Looked like he turned Forrest.
Forrest definitely looked like he was on the back foot there. Newton now looks to go short out the back. Keenan. Skylar Thomas heads away. Bone picks it up in the middle of the park. Dispossessed by Tar Brian Anunga. And it's Griffith out on this near side again. Pumps a long ball forward, looking for Anunga.
Good ball in by Griffith there. That's a dangerous area. Battery have looked a better team in this first 10 minutes.
Lang. Back to Smith. Smith is dispossessed by Atula Guerra. Working hard here in this second half. It's Guerra again inside the box this time. And he just takes the corner from that one as Forrest Lasso comes sliding in.
That was close. Almost looked like it knocked back off Atula. I guess he was already out of bounds by the time it hit him. So it's going to be a corner kick for the Battery. In swinging ball from Jared Van Schaik.
And again, the Battery with the two centre backs, Taylor Mueller and Skylar Thomas in the box. Looks like it's going to be a long ball in, looking for the back post. The Charleston Battery appealing for a handball there, but not given. And that just reaches the halfway line. A throw in for the Charleston Battery.
The Battery players are not happy about that one. Let's see it on the replay. I mean, everyone's hands went up like they knew it was going to be a handball. Oh my goodness, I think the ref missed that one. Hoyt's hand is definitely out there. For me, that's definitely a handball.
Well, you can see why the protest was there.
Maybe he deemed it was accidental. I don't know, but I've seen PKs given for worse than that.
Smith now. The Charleston Battery really putting the pressure on in the attacking half. You can see there the pressure is there. Bone wins the ball though. Brian Anunga so strong in the middle. It's Atula Guerra looking for Jared Van Schaik. Plays the ball across. He wanted that in front of him. But Nico Rittmeyer with the ball. That's a poor delivery forward.
That's a letdown from Nico Rittmeyer. That pass has to be better. Battery have all the pressure there. Good ball out to Q. Maybe you get a cross in.
Hackshaw finds Griffith. Cincinnati defending in numbers, but it's Higashi at the top of the box. Finds Quinton Griffith, and again, Forrest Lasso with the sliding challenge. And it looked like Jared Van Schaik, sorry, with the ball. But Ian Sponsorson looking for the volley in the box.
He went for that one. He got up there. It's not easy for a big man like that to get up there like that.
It's actually Quinton Griffith just down on the visitors' back line. Hackshaw just dropping in for him there at right back.
Both benches have started to warm up. Poppy on either side for Cincinnati and Charleston Battery. We'll see if there's going to be any changes anytime soon.
Rittmeyer heads away. A good flick by Griffith. No problems for Keenan there in the back line. Smith looks for Ryan. And it's Atula Guerra that wins the possession with Ian Sponsterson. And again, Quinton Griffith causing some problems down this right-hand flank. Anunga dispossessed there. Hackshaw wins it back in the challenge. Griffith again. He's got time, but he plays it back to Rittmeyer. Mueller now at the back, looks to go forward. Long ball into the back, looking for Svansterson. Keenan brought down in the challenge. Higashi at the top of the box. Looks forward to Atula Gerard, just trying to get it out his feet, gets the chip shot away, but just over the bar. A good chance for the battery though.
Atula finding the hole again. That's where they've had their most success. Cincinnati has looked good defending crosses, but this is where the battery's had success, at the top of the box, working the ball in. Really unlucky from Atula. He's going to want that one back. That was a good chance. You keep that one on target, you never know what's going to happen. But as I was saying, Lasso and Keenan have done really, really well defending all the crosses.
Hackshaw heads away. Smith brings it back. Ryan goes home to Newton. And it's a long ball pumped forward. Newton looking to get Cincinnati into the attacking half, but it's knocked back to the halfway line. Anunga heads back. It's an awkward one. Boone challenging Skylar Thomas. Disnall Cooper safety first. He's been very back and forth, but Rittmeyer now with the challenge. Smith cool and composed. But Lasso giving it away there to Higashi. It's Ian Svansterson at the top of the box. Dispossessed. Higashi picks up the loose ball and is going to take a run at it. Didn't really have many options on there, so does well to win a corner.
Yeah, does well. Kataro's, he's really quick, and he does well to find the holes and find the space there, trying to get in across. Poppy, it's been 15 minutes, and I really can't remember if Cincinnati's strung together more than 5 passes this half. Batteries, it has had a great start to the half. They're banging on the door. Let's see if they can find one here.
It's going to be an outswinger from Jared Van Schaik on the far side. Goes to the near post. Svansterson tries to get ahead on it. It's Skylar Thomas at the back post, but Hackshaw heads back in. It's Svansterson with the volley. And that one just makes its way outside the box. We've got a call there, and it's going to be a free kick to the visitors.
Ball's just bouncing around anybody's ball. Really brave by Kenny Walker. Just throwing his body there. I mean, just doing whatever he can to block that shot. Ends up being a high kick, I think, from Ian.
And we were just saying 5 minutes ago, you don't want to get a high kick from one of the big guys up front, and that's exactly what he just got.
In the end, it's the first game of the year, so you're trying to find your game fitness still. I'm sure the players are like a nice little break here, get some water, get their legs back a little bit. You're never fully game fit that first game of the year. You know, it comes from playing games and practicing every week. So this is a nice little reprieve for everybody to grab a quick sip and see if FC Cincinnati can kind of figure it out and stop the battery from just running at them right now.
Absolutely. You could just see there them having a quick team talk, trying to all get on the same page. But in this second half, it's been all the Charleston battery. We haven't really seen a Disnall Cooper touch the ball.
No, we haven't.
Evan Newton now to get us back underway. Still 1-0 Cincinnati. And I'm sure both teams' fans thrilled to have the USL regular season back underway. Cincinnati, of course, with one of the largest followings in the USL. And that is another nasty challenge there. You can see
I didn't see what happened there, but he's clutching his face pretty hard.
Hackshaw in a lot of pain there, just collided with Lang. Didn't get a good look at it myself. Wonder if we can see a replay of that one.
I don't think either of them ended up hitting the ball. They ended up just hitting each other.
And that's going to be a yellow card from Lang. Let's have a look at how this all happened.
Long ball from Newton. Maybe he hit him with his elbow. I didn't see much in that. I think that's a soft yellow card. But again, I don't know. It's kind of tough to tell from the replays sometimes.
Very tough to tell, but you're absolutely right. Didn't look like much from up here, but again, another break in the play. It hasn't got the fluidity that it had in the first half.
No, it doesn't. There's been fouls and stoppages. But, I mean, like I said earlier, it hasn't dropped off in intensity yet.
Let's just have one more look at that challenge with Hackshaw and Lang. Both players up and look to be okay. I wonder if it was just an elbow in the face. It looks like he was in a lot of pain when he first went down. But both players up and still in the game. Taylor Mueller now over the dead ball. The battery getting numbers forward. You can see 5 across the front line. A good punch out from Newton. Anunga will pick it up just past the half. Higashi now on the left-hand side. And that will bring up a throw-in for Jared Van Schaik, who goes short to Higashi, looks for the 1-2. Dispossessed there in the far corner, but the ball finds its way to the back of the box, and it's Ian Svanson that comes out on top. He's got space, he looks for the 1-2, and again, Keenan
Still
doing
bouncing around
a
in the
great
box.
job to block that ball. Just hasn't been a Tulagera's night, but now on the other hand, we've got the lone striker pressuring Additional Cooper for the ball, and now Skylar Thomas will take a touch and get the composure back.
That ball looked like it just wouldn't sit up right for Ian or Atula. It was just bouncing around. They could never get a good leg on it. Sometimes you just got to swing and pray. There's so many bodies in there, you hope it knocks off someone and just ends up in the back of the net.
It really is any man's ball. Here's Jared Van Schaik now. Cincinnati trying to keep them outside the top. Hackshaw looks to play Griffith. Griffith cuts inside. You can see Svanson wanting it. It's going to take a shot, but deflected. And now this brings up the chance for a counter-attack as Hoyt looks back. Ryan can't find Bone, and Jared Van Schaik can find the 1-2. And it's Nico Rittmeyer out on this flank. Long ball to the back post. It's Ian Svanson.
Oh, my.
Just can't quite get the ball past Newton, but what a save from Evan Newton again.
Again, another unbelievable save from Newton. He's kept him in this game. Excellent ball from Nico to the back post. And just what a save. I mean, just such good feet to get across the goal like that. Cover and just make himself big. I think it ended up hitting him in the face. He's down here right now, but he'll take anything to keep that ball out of the net.
I tell you what, you cannot ask for much better service than that. But now we're going to see a change for FC Cincinnati. It's going to be Koenig coming in. And coming out, the lone striker, Emery Welshman. And he's done well. It's hard up there, up top on your own.
Yeah, I think he's had a pretty good game. In the first half, I mean, his runs and his work rate was excellent. You can't fault him for that. The second half, I mean, he really hasn't gotten any service. He's been up there all alone. But excellent first half. He found the space. He's quick. He got in behind the lines. I think he's going to have a really good year.
And Danny Koenig comes in. He is a returner, 6'2", holds a lot of height, and was a massive part of the Cincinnati team last year, with 11 goals, the second most, and of course just the 1 assist, but 3 of those goals were game-winning goals, so we'll keep an eye on him tonight. Lasso with the clearance.
Cincinnati's had a little bit of trouble when they win the ball back. They just haven't had any numbers forward to keep possession and go forward. The batter have really kept them pinned back.
Griffith now with the long throw. Goes short this time to Guerra. Mueller now. Still trying to get that ball forward. Pumps forward to Higashi. Great flick on. But can't find Neville Hackshaw in there. Anunga can pick it up on the outside, and Van Schaik Rittmeyer now. Out wide to Quentin Griffith. It's a long ball to the back post. Ian Svansterson just cannot get there. Ledesma tag teaming to win the 50-50. This will bring up Jared Van Schaik, looks for the quick ball, gets the 1-2 back. Sends it home to Skylar Thomas. And you can see Mueller, he's been playing it forward for the majority of the night. Desperate to get numbers forward into the attack, and that is a foul on Nico Rittmeyer. Kenny Walker there just a little late on the challenge. Well, it's going to be Quentin Griffith over the ball. It'll be an out swinger. You can see him there directing the players exactly where he wants. It's going to be an awkward one. It's a fantastic strike, and Ian Svansterson finds the back of the net.
Nope, it went wide. All the people on this side of the stands thought it went in as well.
Another fantastic chance there for Ian Svansterson again. I'm sure if you're watching from home, from this angle, it looked like it found the back of the net here.
Really great ball by Q, just curling away from the goalie. Here comes the corner here.
It's a short ball in. Mueller tries to get a touch, but heads away. And the Battery just keep pounding that ball back into the box, but it's so congested in there, no one can really get a clean touch on it.
This half has been so frenetic. Great ball in by Q. I mean, whipping it. I mean, curling away from the goalie Newton. I mean, that's the only time we've seen him scrambling tonight, and he doesn't get a hand on it.
He certainly did make him commit. Now at the other end, though, Cincinnati with half a chance. You can see Ledesma putting Van Schaik under pressure there. Wins the ball. And Jared Van Schaik needs to be careful over there. As Cincinnati have possession at the top of the box, it's Ryan. I'm hearing that we're going to have another change for Cincinnati coming up here. But as for now, Anunga trying to get the ball away. It's Hackshaw, he's under pressure, manages to keep the ball. Hackshaw again in the middle of the park. Rittmeyer. Well, you can see there Koenig with the fresh legs is really putting in the work up top, tracking back to help defender Tula Guerra. Looks forward but plays back to Hackshaw. And it's Mueller. Looks across to Thomas and finds its way all across to the far side with Jared Van Schaik. The Battery here just trying to have a spell of possession. Well, it looked like Hackshaw did well to read that, but it's going to be a free kick for the visitors, and this will give the chance for a substitution. And it's going to be Bone for Seymour coming in.
I think a good game from Bone. He was able to find the spaces and had great through ball to Welshman that ended up leading to the goal. He was the architect. There's the foul right here, just undercuts him. But back to Bone. I think he had a good game. He worked hard. He made Hackshaw and Anunga have to move and fight and battle for every ball.
And again, it is the attack on for Cincinnati. Skylar Thomas tracking back, and it just goes wide, but it'll be a corner kick. And while we have a second, Seymour coming into the field from Vancouver Whitecaps too. He's made 2 starts already this preseason, and he actually played for head coach Alan Koch for Vancouver Whitecaps too in the 2016 season, so he knows him well.
I think the Battery are going to have to be careful here. That's 2 fresh legs up top. If they keep up the pressure like they have been, Cincinnati's going to be dangerous on the counter.
Absolutely. It's going to be a long ball in, an in-swinger to the back post.
Koenig was inches away there from tapping it in.
And fantastic chance for Cincinnati there. We can see a bit of life on the Charleston Battery bench. But here comes that ball again. Koenig at the back post. No problem there for a Disnall Cooper, who will get us back underway. Smith wins the ball, but it'll be a Battery throw-in. Some protest there, who it came off, but it'll be a long throw from Quinton Griffith to Ian Svanson. Safety in numbers from Cincinnati, though, as Forrest Lasso is almost dispossessed, but now it's a foot race between Taylor Mueller and Lang. Taylor Mueller comes out on top, plays it back to Skylar Thomas. Nice and composed there from the captain.
Well done by Taylor. Good recovery.
Higashi on the far side. Crucial link to the Charleston Battery side last season. Came in as a trialee and earned himself a contract over Carolina Challenge Cup after he bagged a fantastic goal against Seattle Sounders. Actually was newcomer of the year last year. Just as well to slow the speed of the play down there. Hoyt gets us back underway. It's a foot race between Thomas and Hackshaw comes across to cover. Koenig just really using his fresh legs there. Dante, what a game this has been. Very back and forth, and both teams, you just don't know where the next goal is going to come from.
I don't think we've seen the end of it. I think something's going to happen in these next 15 minutes. Either the Battery's going to get one and tie it up, or Cincinnati might find one on the counter. There's just been too much back and forth, too much excitement for us not to have another goal in this one.
Couldn't agree more. Skylar Thomas now heads away. Cincinnati will let that run out for a throw-in. Hoyt. Not many options on the Battery in a good defensive shape there. Looks to go long. Koenig dispossessed. And Thomas Taylor Mueller does well to find feet up there. Tula Guerra needs to be careful. And that is dangerous. You can see there, it's getting very intense out on the field. Hackshaw is going to have a talking to.
I think he needs to just quick talk, slow him down. It's a foul. It's a foul on Walker, on Atula, and you know Hackshaw just wants to get the ball quick and play it again. And there's just a little bit extra in that.
You can see the arm was up, but no damage done. Just a warning for both players there.
Quick welcome to the game for Seymour.
And now Captain Taylor Mueller will get the home side back underway.
A bit better from Cincinnati in the last 5 minutes. A little bit better possession. Well done by Ian there.
Now Rittmeyer at the top of the box. He was taken down, but the referee waves play on, and now the counter-attack is on for the visitors. It's Koenig one-on-one with Taylor Mueller. Mueller clears away, and Hackshaw gets the possession back. Skylar Thomas now on the far side. Looks to Van Schaik. Back to Van Schaik, and Cincinnati with all the pressure. And that's Thomas dispossessed. That's dangerous as the Battery players try to track back. Koenig looks to play long. Oh, could not have set him up on a plate better than that.
So unselfish from Koenig. Great setup, right it back across the box. Here's an earlier one. Rittmeyer, it looks like just a little tangle of legs. I don't know. It could go either way.
I mean, it's just end-to-end stuff here, and as you can see again, you can't ask for much better than that from Koenig.
Cooper does well to come across the box and get there, make himself big. Bounce kind of awkwardly for Seymour. It's tough to get over that one.
Guerra now right back in the midfield, playing off with Anunga.
Still, that was a good chance. Good connection from Koenig and Seymour.
Well, the game really is opening up here. You can see both teams with chances. And the Charleston Battery, Taylor Mueller, the lone defender there, had to pick his poison. Higashi, Van Schaik to Higashi. Atula Guerra now in the attack. His work rate has been phenomenal tonight. Goes along to Quinton Griffith, who puts a good ball into the box. Again, just skips past Ian Sponsorson at the back post. Van Schaik now will get it back underway and blocked.
Battery have been inches away a couple times. Just need a little bit of a lucky bounce or something to go their way, and they're getting a goal. Good ball in by Q. Good flick by Hackshaw, just a little bit far.
Looks like it's going to be a long one to the back post from Van Schaik. Headed away at the near post, and Anunga will pick it up.
Still got numbers in the box here, though.
Griffith looking for that ball forward, takes a strike, not really sure what he was looking for there.
I think that's a bit wasteful. You still have both center backs, everyone in the box there. I think you should try to just dink that one into the back post, let them fight for it. Maybe you get that lucky bounce that I was talking about.
Especially because we know how quality his service is into the box. Evan Newton will get us back underway. Smith now one-on-one with Rittmeyer. It's getting a bit physical down there. Van Lasso heads away. And that is cleared. Looking for Lang down here. Koenig one-on-one with Taylor Mueller. It's a risky challenge, but it pays off. And now Skylar Thomas will bring the Battery up from out the back. Dispossessor in his pass to Van Schaik. And that was a bit reckless. It's going to be a free kick for Cincinnati. And that is going to give Mike Anhauser to make the chance to make his first substitution of the game. It's going to be Nico Rittmeyer coming in for Gordon Wild, the Atlanta United loanee, the native German. And he has been fantastic for the Battery this preseason.
Yeah, he's got a really special left foot. Mike Anhauser's putting him out here on the right side. I'm sure he's going to be looking to cut in and get something off with that left. The game's really opened up. There's going to be space to find. He's got 10 minutes to make an impact on this.
And Nico Rittmeyer making way for him. He has had a solid game tonight, created some chances, but really you can see his confidence starting to build with the team, especially after the success that he found in preseason. But now we're going to see Ledesma over the dead ball. He looks long across the field. Smith with the ball. Looks to Lang. Wild just dropping in there behind Quinton Griffith. Lang again on this near side. Looks to switch the ball. Does well to keep it in there. And Jared Van Schaik with the harsh challenge. You can see there Ledesma not happy with that.
Great ball by Lang. A little bit Ledesma got away from it a little bit. I'm not really sure why that was a goal kick. Maybe it hit off of him. I couldn't tell from the replay. But Van Schaik looked like he just looked to just smash it off of him. He's got to be a little bit careful. That's a big swing, and he just got a yellow card.
We're seeing both teams just leaving the foot in there a bit in this late going. About 9 minutes left now until we could potentially see some extra time, but still all to play for.
It actually looks like he's cramping over there. They're stretching his calf a little bit. It's like I said, you know, first game of the year, you're not quite game fit to go a full 90.
It's also giving both teams slowing the game down, just giving Cincinnati a chance to regroup, get some fluid on board, and reshape.
Battery have 10 minutes to figure something out. Figure something out and try to tie this game up. It still could go either way.
And again, Cincinnati have never beat the Charleston Battery, but a 1-0 up here with 9 minutes to go in the half. And a Disnall Cooper will get us back underway. Go short to Mueller. Mueller looks long, looking for Sponsorson. Dispossessed, but Hackshaw will regain the possession. Koenig with nice pressure up top. Skylar Thomas, safety first from the young defender.
Two good subs by Alan Koch. Koenig and Seymour have done a really good job of settling Cincinnati down and pressuring every ball. There's definitely been a change since they've come in the game.
Absolutely, and we've only seen the one substitution from Mike Anhauser. But it looks like we're going to see another one here as Patrick Okonkwo puts on his jersey. Anunga now goes back to Cooper. And that was great pressure there from Koenig. Gordon Wild manages to keep the ball in possession. But Cincinnati now, Smith. Quinton Griffith pumps the ball long, and Ryan in the middle of the park just chips loose. Skylar Thomas will pick up the loose ball. Van Schaik now on the far side. Looks forward to Sponsterson. Chest down to Atula Guerin. It looked like it awkwardly hit the arm of Forrest Lasso. Yes, it did. And the referee is pulling out a yellow card, but you've got to feel for him there. Didn't look like it was on purpose, but still.
I don't think it was intentional.
It still definitely strikes his arm there.
That's a tough one for a yellow card. I mean, yeah, it's definitely probably a foul, a yellow card, and a free kick, but a yellow card, don't think so. Dangerous spot for the battery.
And it'll be Gordon Wild over the dead ball. This is who we've seen in the last few preseason games step up. And of course, Atula Guerra there as well. Newton won't know what side it's coming in for as he sets up his wall.
I've watched him this whole preseason. He's out there every day practicing free kicks, dreaming about a situation like this. 5 minutes left in the home opener. Ball in the middle of the field.
And especially as a newcomer, you can't ask for the ball in a much better place than this.
He's going to look to go up and over the wall, get it down on that right side of the goal.
And that takes a deflection off the wall. Neville Hackshaw now looks back long to Taylor Mueller, not where Mueller wanted it. It gives Cincinnati time to push up. Mueller chips the ball forward, looks to the box. Sponsterson challenges for the ball, but that will be a Cincinnati free kick.
Brave defending from Cincinnati, sticking their head in that wall, just taking a shot right to the face.
And Keenan and Lasso have done well, really, to keep Ian Sponsterson quite quiet tonight.
Yes, they have, but I think Ian's also found his times where he's been dangerous and he's done well to hold the ball up. I mean, he's a handful, and it's been a battle between those two center backs and him all night.
Newton gets us back underway. Hackshaw heads away. Picked up in the middle by Ryan. Ball is pumped forward. Lang finds it on this near side. And Anunga just working it out from the back as he chips forward to Sponsterson. Again, the battle is there between him and Lasso. And Cincinnati regain the possession as the lofted ball is chipped forward. I think Griffith had time to bring that one down there. Ledesma dispossessed. Skylar Thomas bringing it out from the back line. Pumps forward to Sponsterson. The battle's there again. Van Schaik pushes forward. And Kotaro Higashi there to pick it up. This will bring up another substitution for Mike Anhauser's side. Patrick Okonkwo and newcomer Victor Mansoret makes way as we see Ian Sponsterson and Neviel Hackshaw come off. And both of those guys have had a solid performance tonight, Dante.
Yeah, Hackshaw battled in the midfield all night, fighting for every ball, every second ball. Got it down and started to play. I think Ian's going to be a little disappointed he didn't get a goal, but I think he had a good game, and there's a lot to build on.
Here's Wild now, looks for the ball into the box, but is blocked. And Victor Mansoret, of course, played with Cincinnati. So let's see how he does against his former club tonight. And he's laid it back. It's Patrick Okonkwo. And Newton is there again with the save. It was a nice layoff from Atula Guerra. Okonkwo took the strike on goal. And Newton just I mean, you just can't ask for much better than that from your goalkeeper.
Well done by Atul to drop the ball off to Patrick in the box. First one gets blocked. He follows it up well. Once again, just knocking on the door for the battery, and Newton's just there every single time.
Higashi there still with more fuel in the tank, pressuring Newton. Heads away by Mueller. Mansoray with his first touch on the ball wins the free kick. And this is going to bring up another substitution for Cincinnati, so they've all used all three of their substitutions. It's going to be Ledesma that makes way for Haber coming in.
He'll be sure to take his time coming off the field, milk off as much clock as he can.
I think you're absolutely right. He's at the far side of the field.
Me? Oh, me? I need to come off? Well done. A little bit of gamesmanship. When you're winning 1-0 away, you got to do anything you can to win a game.
And Haber, the new forward signee for Cincinnati. Another one that has played for Vancouver Whitecaps too under Alan Koch's lead. Started 3 preseason games so far and has 5 caps for the Canadian national team. But again, it's just winding down the clock, and we'll have about 45 seconds left in regular play of this second half.
Good game from Ledesma. He's really dangerous on that right wing. I think he can be happy with his performance.
That's a good ball through into the box from Griffith. But heads away by Cincinnati. Higashi manages to pick it up on this near side. And that is a tricky one. I think just a bit of tired legs there from Tar Brian Anunga. And Cincinnati will be in no rush to get this back underway. And you can see there the referee has given 7 minutes of added time.
The battery have to be really happy with that, and I'm sure Alan Koch right there, he is not happy with the ref. 7 minutes. That's a long time for the battery to still to get one.
And you can see the energy forward. Additional Cooper pumps a ball almost into the box. Only one player at the back. And that is going to be a free kick for the visitors. And they're going to be in no rush to get the ball back underway. But you can see there the battery throwing numbers forward into the attack. Desperate to get that equalizer.
The ref just kicked the ball away there.
And that is not what you want to see if you're from on the home side. There's Mike Anhauser up off his bench. It's going to be a long chip ball forward. It wasn't really to anywhere, just pinning the battery back in their own half there. You could see no real challenge for the ball. Mansoray now picks up the possession. Koenig trying to get in the foot race. You can see there a bit of pushing and shoving now, and that is going to bring out a card. But who is the card going to be for? It's Quinton Griffith and Koenig, and Griffith has got a red card. Absolutely shocking here. End to the game, and he's going to have a talking to Koenig as well.
For a
and
shove?
It looks like it's going to be a yellow card for him. Do you know, I'd like to see a replay of that because I think Quinton Griffith is unlucky there.
Usually you see a red card for hands to the face or something like that, but
and
you know, there's a little something in there from Koenig after the game, after the play, little push. Quinton shoves him back, but a red card?
And a straight red at that.
Wow. Wow, from the referee.
Well, now the fire is lit underneath both teams. Skylar Thomas into the attack. It's Atula Guerra, plays it out to Gordon Wild. Can Gordon Wild get the shot off?
Too many touches from Gordon. He needs to just let that one go with his left foot.
Higashi
cut off his angle.
Wild now with the ball back into the box. It's Atula Guerra. And Cincinnati just diving into the ball, throwing their bodies in front, and that is going to be a free kick for Cincinnati.
Some real inspired defending from Cincinnati, just throwing their bodies and legs and whatever they can in the way time after time this whole 45 minutes.
Well, Dante, it has been an immense first game for both teams. As the home opener, you can see here.
Just Richie Ryan just throwing him himself, doing whatever he can to get the ball away. High foot from Matula.
And that is going to be Lang on the ball, just runs it out of play. Mueller now looks forward, finds Higashi. The Battery need to get numbers forward to put together an attack. Victor Mansoret over the ball, takes on Lang. Higashi now just struggling to find Anunga on the wing, and Koenig, you've got to say he has made quite the impact up front. If you Cincinnati, that's what you want to see from a substitute forward, just really putting in the work defensively as well. Lasso, big clearance. And you can see the whole entire Cincinnati bench is up off their feet. Cooper now will get us back underway. About 3 minutes left here at MUSC Health Stadium. It's really just anybody's ball at the minute. Both teams struggling to get possession. Skylar Thomas now is one-on-one. He can't find the ball, but Taylor Mueller will pick that one up.
Forrest Lasso's loving these moments where he just gets to get up and challenge for every single long ball these last 10 minutes. It's a good touch by Haber to get in there. Skylar does well to recover.
And now it will be Taylor Mueller with the long throw, pushing his team forward. Victor Mansoret can't get a head on, but Lasso can. And Anunga did just enough for that to already have been out of play. Anunga with the throw. Mansoret drops back, looking for the long ball forward. Cincinnati bringing numbers back. You're not going to find Higashi in the air against Keenan. And that's going to be another free kick, for Cincinnati. And you can see there the Battery just doing everything they can to get the play back underway. Well, Dante, with about a minute and a half to go, what have your final thoughts on tonight's matchup?
I think a really good away performance by FC Cincinnati. They came out strong, had a good first 15, 20 minutes. They got a goal. They created a couple chances here and there, but, man, they've defended and thrown everything at it, what you have to do when you're an away team. I think the Battery are going to be disappointed if they don't get one here in the last minute and a half.
And that is going to be a card for Richie Ryan, a yellow card, bringing down Patrick Okonkwo on the breakaway, and that is going to bring Gordon Wild up over the dead ball, and the referee is making him hold it and bring it back.
All done by Patrick. Gets around Forrest and just gets it forward, and Richie Ryan ends up just taking him out. I mean, this is the chance for the Battery. You're down a man in stoppage time. Got to have a good service in, and then you just got to battle. Cincinnati's going to want to just get the ball out. One more clear, and the game's over.
This could very well be the final kick of the game. It's Gordon Wild with the long swinger into the box. Cincinnati heads away, and Anunga looking to pick it up, but the pressure is on from Haber. Works with Cooper to make sure that is cleared, but Richie Ryan heads forward, and Lang is over the ball. Just does enough to keep the ball in play. Ryan again with the challenge. Lang on this near side. You can see the Cincinnati bench there directing him. Koenig at the back post. Skylar Thomas doing well to get back in and undercover, and that is going to be the final whistle here from MUSC Health Stadium. Cincinnati have finally defeated the Charleston Battery in the home opener. Let's just have a quick look at some highlights there.
Cincinnati started off on the strong foot. That's 10 seconds into the game. And really good first 15 minutes. Great save by Cooper.
And that is all from MUSC Health Stadium. It's 1-0 Cincinnati. Thank you so much for joining us on behalf of Poppy Miller, Dante Marini, and the entire production team. Have a fantastic night. We'll see you next Saturday.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.